Welcome to Uniquely Loved, a celebration of divine inspiration. I am your host, Nikki Jones, owner of Healing Craft Coaching. You ever have a day or several days where it really seems like nothing's going right? Um, you're on an emotional roller coaster from being irritable, angry, sad, happy, or even just kind of neutral. And it's all in one day, or even just over a few hours. I had that day yesterday. And I had to shift myself out of it intentionally. Um, there was a few good moments yesterday, and if I had allowed my irritability and just frustration at how the day was going, the really, really down or grr moments, I would have just been feeling like my whole day was ruined. And that wouldn't have been accurate. So now we can cleanse, we can clear, we can ground, we can center ourselves. And I do all that every single freaking day. And when I came home yesterday, I grabbed the Palo Santo. I lit a very nice smelling candle because smell good scents that I can tolerate help me regulate. And it's all a matter of just coming back home into the body and being like, all right, I can breathe. I smell something really nice. I can, actively control what I am doing. So I lit the Palo Santo to help send uplifting and cleansing energies throughout me and my space. And it helped last night. Talking to friends helped. Talking to my husband helped. And then this morning, it's like, you know what? I need to do more because it was still lingering. And it was just, man, I don't want another day like that. And so I didn't have any clients today, which is a blessing, actually, because I decided to do intentional self-care. So I gathered up some tools and I took a nice long hot bath. I had the availability, so it was like, why not? So what I did was I love to incorporate the elements whenever I do any kind of ritual work. And the rituals don't have to be a big deal. It can literally be just a few things while you're taking a bath. So I grabbed a yellow candle for positivity, for vitality, sunshine, all that, in a candle holder. So, safe. I put it in the bathroom on the counter. I lit that. I put Epsom salt that smelled really nice in my water. I put a few herbs with some rose petals in the water as well. They were dried. Um, and that's a combination of water, earth, and fire right there. And then to complete it, oh darn, put on some nice soothing music for air. And sometimes I'll do a guided meditation. Today I was just feeling soothing music, meditative music. Cool. I laid there for about a half hour until the water started cooling off and just really let my mind just kind of wander and process and just intentionally relaxing before I got into the water. Um, Sorry, my brain is kind of skipping over a few things. Before I got in the water, I was like, okay, I am going to set the intention that this bath is going to help me relax, help me cleanse off the remainder of the frustration, the anger, um, the doubt, worry, anything that is weighing heavy on me. And you know what? I'm going to ask my spiritual team for your help too. And oh, by the way, I accept that help. Because oftentimes it's not enough to just ask for help. We have to actually be willing to accept it too, because we like to do everything by ourselves. So we're not feeling like a burden. And a lot of people that will flow into the spiritual practice. It's like they're here, they want to help, but they need permission. So why not? And you can set your intention to just be like, all right, I'm going to relax. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to nourish myself with all the goodness that is here right now for me. And that can be it. You can set the intention for whatever you want, but it is the act of intentionally taking care of yourself, even if it's in a small way, like drinking some water. But today I chose a long bath. And then, of course, I had to take a shower. But incorporating all the different elements into helping me feel better, lighter, more vibrant, more flowery, because I have a flowery scented candle going on behind me as I'm talking to you. And it all helps, but it helps more when we're intentional. It helps us regulate our nervous system more when it's intentional. Because us consciously doing the thing helps send a signal to our nervous system that, hey, we're safe to do the thing, that we can relax, even if there is a whole bunch of stuff going on or if there's chaos abounding everywhere. This is our moment right here. This little self-care bubble is our moment to just relax and be. And it's okay. It proves to us, even on a subconscious level, that, yeah, it is okay. I can relax. I give myself permission to relax. I am worthy of relaxing because for so long we get told, no, you have to earn it. No, we don't. Self-care is something we need to be doing every day, even on small little increments. That's fine. Nourishing foods, whatever. But the more intentionally that we decide to nourish ourselves, and that requires not just with food, but emotionally, spiritually, relaxation, you name it. But nourishing ourselves, meeting our needs at every level, it can take work. So the more we're intentional about it, the smoother it can go. And it sends signals to our subconscious and our nervous system that, hey, I can do this. I am worthy of this. And I can accept compassion, kindness to myself. I can. And it helps us completely feel better and more centered within our body. And that helps regulate our nervous system so we can handle whatever comes next. And oh, by the way, the more we're open to allowing things to go better, um, ah, I don't want to go law of attraction here, but it's more like it's sending a signal out into the universe of I accept the good things. I am open to receiving the good things because I am pouring love into myself. I am giving myself compassion. I am giving myself kindness. I am allowing myself to just rest, to be, and therefore I am receptive to any blessings, gifts, etc. that is coming my way. And you can do that intentionally too, but you don't have to. Because the more we relax into our body, the more we relax into us being us. It happens naturally, anyways, as a byproduct. But the intentionality of taking care of ourselves is what's important. And it doesn't have to be an everyday thing with big, um, showy events. No, it can be super small things because the everyday little things add up and they are important. They keep showing us that we are important to ourselves. And in a time in a society that is always asking us to self-abandon, um, for the sake of others, for the sake of capitalism, our job, whatever, we have to always keep reassuring our entire self that we are worthy of just being us and that we can rest, we can relax. The brain loves to ruminate and spiral and cycle and just keep thinking of the to-do list and everything else. The more we practice intentional self-care, I find that all of that filler stuff going on in the background can actually just finally, instead of feeling like it's a really wound up tight ball, it relaxes too. And it takes some time. And whenever you're taking the bath or the shower or whatever you're doing, you don't have to like have a completely clear mind. No. I have ADHD. That will never happen for me. That's why I love guided meditations. But redirecting, just being like, you know what, I'm going to focus on my breathing. 1, 2, 3, or telling yourself a story, or visualizing something that you want, giving your mind something to chew on while you're doing the relaxing. It's not that you're bypassing what's going on in the background, it's helping your mind just kind of slow down and not think of all the different pressures, the to-do list, and oh, everything I got to get done. Why am I resting when I could be doing this or that or that? Because you deserve rest too, always. So the more we prioritize balancing out the rest, the work, the play, the life cycle, um, the easier it can become, one, to accept that yes, we deserve rest, that we can relax, that we don't have to earn the right to rest. Sleep is not always restorative, so we have to add in other layers, especially if your mind is always going going. So, every little thing you do to intentionally take care of yourself, to nourish yourself, your emotions, your soul, your heart, your body, it all adds up. So, please make yourself a priority and add some intentional aspects to your self-care. You can make it a small ritual, or you can just be thinking to yourself, I am doing this to nourish myself. That is intentional because you're literally setting an intention for what it is you're doing. I am cooking nourishing food to nourish myself and my family. I am putting my love into it. Therefore, that means, hey, I'm putting my love into me too because I freaking deserve it. And you do. So, get creative in how you get intentional with your self-care. Working out is also a form of self-care. Meditating, going for walks, enjoying nature, anything that you do that helps you feel good and connected to yourself is self-care. So even just bebopping to music and having a good time, that works. All right. I hope this helps. I love you. I support you. Always remember, you are accepted, you are valid, and you are loved.